want to leave. I'm not leaving. I'm staying in studio. That's how we put it. Mhm. So we're live now. You should be able to see it. Whose power bank is that of the chair, please?
Me. Sorry.
Your channel. Jeremiah Oiko.
Hey, this is our mic stand.
Is it dropping?
Look,
It's
Shabai.
dropping. It's dropping. Hold it up and sight me. So. Are you live yet?
Yes, I can watch it live.
Okay,
Let me send it. Let me send some. Let me.
Just send them messages if they want some. Just send them a message.
Hi, Jeremiah. Good morning. I hope you're okay. Yes, I'm good. I'm good. I just realized our office filter was blocking the link, the meeting link as well. So I had to forward it to my Gmail. So let me just check my colleagues. Maybe they're not able to join as well. But I mean, the notification is really short, so I doubt they can join. But let's just see. Okay. So just give me a few minutes. Yeah, just give me a few minutes. I'm just checking them.
Jerry, please sit well. I need to make sure that the camera is showing.
In the meantime, Paul, I will send you the live link so you can see what we have going on. Let me share to you. So I'm sending it to your is WhatsApp fine? Because I have it on my phone. Yes, send to my WhatsApp. Send to my WhatsApp. Sent. All right. Would there be a recording of this? Yes,
So
we have
to
a
add our
recording.
own.
Yeah. So while it's all going on, it's about okay. So that in case you're not able to join, I can just share it with them. Yeah, they'll see. And because one of the conversations was to also test the elements of what so we are recording this, editing, and then putting on elements. It's about a 10-minute conversation. Yeah, okay, sure, that's fine. Okay. Lewis.
Yeah.
Says she sits well. Good.
Hmm?
Says she sits well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good.
Still on live, right?
Hmm?
It's still on live.
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay. This document. TWT.
Lewis, your name is showing on that live
It's
thing.
showing.
Yeah, Theodore Lewis Omotunde.
Special.
On the live. Oh. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can remove it. Is it showing now?
No, it's not showing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it is showing.
Excuse me.
This was before.
Yeah, forward to forward.
Maybe it was.
There you go.
Hi,
There's something that
hi.
It's
CHRS.
like you can't turn it off. So they'll have to give us access to that meeting.
that's what.
So the login details for the YouTube
Good
account so that we can be able to
morning.
stream, and the name needs to show in there.
This is for how I did it.
Okay, I've done this. I've removed it.
Okay, I don't mind.
I turned it off now. You see, I turned it off now. Okay, first one.
Ma?
Say something.
Hello.
Why are you doing like this? It's too white.
Mhm. Ah.
The delay is insane.
I'm so happy I've done this document. Jesus.
I'm gonna call in YouTube, review, send the question review of the YouTube. Yes. We will proceed to just yes. Said hello, it's great to be here. Soon as you're on podcast, is that you? Hello.
Hello, Paul. So we're ready to start. Just let us know if you have sets. Or are we still waiting for Bendiga and Rashida? You're mute.
Yeah, I'm just sitting. I think the time is like, hold on. Let me just.
This looks really good. Like
It. Let me see.
I don't understand. Yes, no. Mm-hmm. I like it. That's proper ambient lighting. Proper. When I know they look me, I say I know something I work with game for this place. When they buy me food, they ask for food. When I buy me food.
HOD Kukudiye. Have you eaten?
It's network, it's YouTube, like it has to encode it here, then upload it here. But here it's showing 99% upload, so I mean, ideally, it should be on.
Okay, so I think we can just get started.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul. To confirm that you can see us on the live link I sent to you.
On the live link.
Yeah,
All right.
yes,
Let me turn on my phone.
So at this point, you are our live audience, and if you have any question, you can just put it up on the chat box.
Okay.
Get it, and you would ask it here.
All right. Oh.
You see it?
Yeah.
Lovely. So that's what we intend to do. What do you think about the set? What do you think of the set?
So yeah, it's interesting to see the contrast. See what I'm seeing here,
Yeah.
and then what? This looks good.
Okay. So we are going to start with time ourselves. It's a 10-minute conversation. So my guest today is Zilla. Yes,
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
She's a producer, movie producer. She works in film, and
Okay.
it's fitting that she's here as a guest to talk about the conversation. I mean, so creative. That's what it's all about.
Right.
Yeah. So she would be coming in to sort of advise people who are coming into that space.
Fantastic. Yes. No, it's good morning over here, so it's good morning.
All right, we're starting now. I will mute this call and we'll start with the conversation. All right.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Lewis, on
Can
you
you
now.
reduce this AC, please, so I don't die?
Sorry.
playback is very slow.
Louis,
Can you reduce this AC, please, so I don't die?
So Paul, if you have any question, you can. Okay, I think I should answer. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. I hope you're
so
well.
Paul, if you have any question, you can. I think I should answer.
So Jerry, you can be watching it on your phone and be looking at the comment section. So when they ask us how you want.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hello, Ashida. So to let you understand what we're doing now, we have the set. Paul is currently on the live session. You can see us. Paul, is it? How can you get the link to Ashida?
Okay.
Can we?
Rashida, I shared the link on your WhatsApp, the YouTube link, so you can see what the set looks like on YouTube. So maybe you can join on your phone, or so you can. If you're logged in here on your laptop, then you can click on the link on your YouTube. So that's what I've done now. Now I'm seeing it on YouTube.
Okay. I can see it now on my phone.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we're about to start. I was waiting for understand my guest today is a colleague who is also
Looks great.
a movie producer and also a creative. So she's going to be coming in to have this conversation with me about so creative, being a creative basically. And we will have this session also saved and edited so we can watch it and see how we tend to go putting the set goes on. We'll start in a moment now. We all set, all cameras are rolling, and we're about to get started.
Okay. Okay. Just checking, just for bringing me up to speed. There's no branding, but I know that that will be there when we're really
Definitely.
Yes.
need, when we're actually putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the branding that's currently present is Econ Digital, which is our company. This is the logo of Econ Digital, and it's also branded under the microphone. But it's just here to let you understand what we can do with the So Creative logo and assets when we have it. So it's branded under the microphone as stickers and also the logo we place in the studio.
Yeah.
And British Council for Creativity Learning Branding.
Yes, yes. Oh, you're going to say something, right?
Yeah, no, I mean just add on to what I should have said. So we've had a random refresh as British Council,
Yeah.
and then we've been sent. I think when we got said that, I mentioned that to you the other time. So we've been sent a link. I'll just forward that to you where you can find like the new assets, and it will sort of help to shape your thinking around what you can do with the studio setup and all that. So I will forward that to you, and then immediately you can decide on what you can do with the assets, etc. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. I will share this then with when you send this link, I will share with our regional marketing team so that they can also decide which elements will be helpful to be based around. But I think already in terms of as a baseline, this looks great in terms of like the quality of what I'm seeing on screen and all that. Yeah.
Also, Rashida, while we're filming, if you have any questions to ask, I told Paul, you can just use the comment section on YouTube. You will get the questions here, and I'll ask my guests.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. We're starting now. Timing for 10 minutes. Thank you. Louis. Go. Hello, everyone. How you all doing? Good morning, and welcome to the very, very first or test episode of the So Creative podcast by British Council. Please let's clap. Thank you. Please let's
Woo!
clap. How you doing? Today we have an amazing person in the studio. We have a young creative, someone who's out there doing the stuff, doing amazing, amazing, and really great stuff. My guest for today is the one and only Zila.
Hi. I don't know who he's talking about, too, but
Hi, my name is Zilla. Lovely to be here.
Lovely to meet you, Zilla. How's it going?
Fine, oh, we're alive in
We're
this life
alive.
that we chose.
I
That was
hope it
life.
wasn't stressful getting down here.
It wasn't stressful. It was just a chill day. Nice morning.
For those who don't know why I'm asking this question, it's Lagos, and Lagos is almost December in Lagos,
Hmm.
and when it's December in Lagos, trust me, every road is filled up, every road is blocked because we have this thing we call Dirty December.
Yesterday night was not
It
funny. Oh.
wasn't funny. I can
Hey,
imagine.
and December has not started.
It hasn't started,
See,
right?
at my own is just as people are coming into Lagos for that to December, they need to remember that there are some of us that actually live here. This is a real
It's a
place.
replace. People actually stay here. This is not a vacation center or whatever
Oh
for
my
December.
god.
But yeah, I mean, everything is good. So Zilla, tell me about yourself. What do you do? I mean, from my research, I found out you're creative. You do stuff in film. You work on movies. You work on music videos as well. I mean, how's that coming for you? And what role do you play in all of these things?
I think the summary, what I typically say is I'm a hustler.
Right, right.
I'm a hustler because first of all, you can't survive in Lagos with just one job.
Mm,
And altogether, I'm a creative girly. But if you're picking on what do I do, I'm a producer, creative producer, event producer, film
ooh,
producer. Recently started to dabble into assistant directing.
ooh.
They threw me in there.
Into
Oh my
that.
god. But it's been very interesting. And ironically a lot less hectic than
The
production.
production,
But then also a little bit of like creative strategy sometimes when needed. It's kind of still in the same
the
line.
same line,
Because
all
production
intertwined.
just throws you
Yeah.
on different bits
Mm,
and it's one of those things where true no knowledge is actually lost.
lost. Mm.
So I think that's the easiest way
Love
to
it, love
say.
it, love it. The part you mentioned, what's the difference between you being a creative producer and the ADO, which is the assistant director that you just picked up? Me looking at
Hmm.
it from the outside, I'm like, oh, everyone seems to be doing the same thing, but it doesn't seem like that inside.
No, it's not. So one thing with being a one thing with being a creative generally is that it's really in like the whole production behind the scene,
Yeah,
being a behind the scene person, is that depending on either the budget or the team or the production scale,
mm,
different like roles intertwine. The nitty gritty of the responsibilities under each of these titles
yeah,
change,
mm,
but then primarily pro- a producer on any set is, as I like to define it, sort of like the director but structural.
okay,
Because if you don't have
okay,
a director on your set, who's gonna handle the whole blockings and knowing like the picture of the frame they want to get? Because everybody, once you mention director, everybody knows what a director does.
yeah,
So just imagine a director, but for the actual making sure that team members are there, set design is set, call sheet is put together, your contracts are ready, everything, even just thinking of placements and like maybe brands you want to work with, just everything all together to make it come alive in reality is the producer. Director's work is on set when the producer has
finish
finished
their
their
own work.
work.
So are you saying when the work starts happening, when the film is happening, that producer doesn't need to be there?
Eh? You want everywhere to scatter. No, producer has to. It's just that is the scale is like before that day, producer does a huge chunk of the work.
Mm,
But then on set, it's still like it's probably lighter, still maybe a little crazy because production was still production.
yeah,
Crazy things will happen, different things will happen when they want to. But then director and assistant director are two different things
I get that. I
because the
get that.
director is the main person determining the pictures, what they want to frame. Director has to most times, or I think in almost all cases, you need to know the camera, all those aperture this you want to
The
use,
details.
black magic, blue
Yeah,
magic,
yeah.
whatever it is. But then assistant directing is more a mix of structural and directorial,
Mm,
as well as support, as well as like creative at the same time, because you are working with production to make sure that like you have your short list when you get call sheets or a breakdown of like maybe the treatment. You have to make sure your director put together your short list for director and for production to give set, put together scene breakdowns because director is not about to be thinking about all those things.
yeah.
That's why you're there. Unless
Mhm.
the director himself or herself is the assistant
It's just
director. Uh-huh.
which makes sense. So now I want to switch it to benefit our audience right now, because we
Mm.
have a lot of people in the audience in the sections where they want to do things like this. They are all creatives. We have a lot of people who are creatives and they want to actually dabble into things like this. How did you get into this, and how can someone who wants to go into this, the production, the AD, the D, all of that, how does someone get into something like this in a creative space?
You either find it or it finds you.
What a very good answer.
Like you either find it or it finds you,
Hmm.
because I stumbled every time I tell the story, very few times, I stumbled into production. And it was a finished uni 2021. I knew I was not going to use that certificate to work for nada. So I was like, okay, what's going on? What do I want to do? At that point, I thought I was going to do music and blow in 1 year.
Oh, you sing?
I sing, guys. I
Ooh,
sing fairly
you're
good.
a full blown creative
Money, send me money.
then.
But then I started to do marketing strategy. I was learning marketing strategy somewhere, and long story short, I was learning and staff, and they forced all the staff to do School of Media.
Ooh,
At the end of the School of Media, you have to do a music video production or project, whatever it is, and they group everybody.
mm,
So you have to divide between director and producer. I had no idea what a producer was. Like nobody really essentially knows what a producer is unless you really work deeply in the creative space or you are a producer yourself. So it was like a all the boys in my team, because there were three boys and myself. So everybody in my team was like, oh, they are doing director. So by force, by fire, I had to do
you
producer.
had to do it.
Had to figure out from location to director's treatment to paperwork. That time I didn't even know what call sheet was now. Was my business with that. So we did that. It was not the best, to be honest with you. It was crap. It was okay structurally, but because of like we didn't have the right equipment or whatever it wasn't the best
Yeah.
thing. But then post that, I think a friend of mine at the time started an event, a house music collective. And supportive friend, I went for the first edition. Second edition, they were trying to do one or two things. And my friend goes, yo, you can do this thing. Like just take it. And that's how I started event production for 3 years before I now even started to diversify producing.
What do you say?
So
Yeah.
honestly, like regardless of how old, how young you are, there's so many things, even aside production, assistant directing. There's so many types of production. I recently just came off a set where I did story production. I'm just hearing that for the first
For
time.
the first time.
But they call me, can you? We not even can you? Oh, I have this role with story production. Yes, no problem.
Come do it.
Why not? So it's like production is very you learn on the job. I don't. I would love to go further to like properly get maybe formal certification or something
Hmm.
else that would help my production.
Yeah.
But a huge chunk of it before you get to that point is just entering it and figuring out what you need to do for that project that you're trying to be involved in,
Mm,
whether the production or the creative, whatever it is of it.
lovely. Lately I found out that you also dabbled into podcast production. What does that entail, and how's that coming for you?
It's sweet.
It's sweet.
It's sweet to die. Ah, oh my god. I think it's one of the permits me to say. Okay, so events is my comfort space. Event
Mm,
production is
mm,
I hate to sound like this. It's almost like piece of cake.
yeah.
And then coming into podcast production is it's easy, but it's hectic.
Mm,
It's easy because it's like, oh, like it's the same sequence in terms of like, oh, maybe you're recording or you're planning 10 episodes or what, 3 episodes or 20 something episodes, right? It's now to now figure out structuring. It's easy when you fundamentally think of it. You just structure, you just get guests, you do like research documents on them for like your clients, if your client is one that likes one. If not, just be communicator, oh, this is the guest we want to talk about.
yeah.
And then communicate to the team, like align the team, make sure that like schedules don't clash, make sure that like if we need to get, not even if, that you potentially find or get or strategize either business ideas or new strategies for how like maybe the podcast can grow, or even getting sponsorship, which is it's not easy
It's not
and we're
easy
looking for
getting money.
money. But like it's interesting being able to keep my brain on slow, like
Mm,
on pause,
yeah.
to hear my client's brain, to try to swallow their brain, eat it, digest it, ask 1 million questions because I'm a question asker. Ask 1 million questions to make sure that I fully understand what I'm getting into, what they are trying to do, and that way I can now fly. Because as a producer, while everybody's still thinking one, two, three, you have to fly in your thoughts, in your
Yeah,
planning, in
way
your
beyond
way
where
beyond.
everyone is at.
But it's been very interesting to see that, like, taking your clients like minds and bringing it to life, and then seeing consumers enjoy what you're
What you're
producing, or
producing.
actually criticize, so you know where to
Because
improve on.
frankly, you can't always control what consumers say.
They
The,
dragged one of my projects
are you
one time.
serious? Do
It
you want to
was
say?
critical. So so I produced Tea with Tay, the amazing Tea with Tay. Sorry, the tea no hot. And then and then we just finished season 4. And before we finished, we wake up one morning, somebody is like, oh, the podcast, the reason why people don't watch it, that the podcast has lost, is it's not warm anymore. The reason why people don't watch it. And at first I was like, oh my god, Timothy's gonna freak out. But then when we actually listened and watched that video, it
Yeah.
came from a place of love. That was the reason why both Tay, both myself, both like everybody on the team took it and was like, oh my, then drag us to bots. Maybe you're waiting in the talk. Because at the end of the day, you're not just making for yourself. If it's like that, then only Tay will be watching the
The
podcast, and maybe
podcast,
only
yeah.
what 5, 6, 7 of us on the team will watching the podcast. But he's doing it because the people have loved it, and he's doing it to give back to the people
Mm.
in whatever way, sharing other people's experiences as an archive, whatever. So we are currently in the process of taking that
That
criticism
feedback and making
and
something
making
out of
something
it,
fantastic out of
which
it.
is the best way to go about
Yeah.
it.
Plus I like it. I've been trying to tell him to change the studio. So
Thank you so much, Zilla. I think there's a time where we open to questions from our audience, if there is any.
yeah. Let's have them in. Let's let them give us a
Yeah,
little.
and I think one of the things I've learned from this conversation with you is one thing is allow free yourself of things. Just do things.
Yeah,
Like say
just
how
do.
you got into production was you just opening up yourself and saying, okay, what is it I could do? Which is one of the best ways to go about
Just
it.
do it because what is what doing is what doing well. And you cannot do the what doing well if you don't
Mm,
start from somewhere.
mm.
You see all these. So let me bring Adekunle Gold for example. There's the forever ongoing argument of I love old Adekunle, I love new
Yeah,
Adekunle.
yeah.
Regardless of which one anybody thinks is better, I think
It
all
keeps
is fantastic.
and it keeps doing its thing.
And he wouldn't have grown to the is it Tony Tetsuila they call him?
Connected to lab,
He
big
wouldn't have
fish.
grown to that guy, to Big Fish,
Yeah,
if he did not start with Shade,
with
if
Shadi
he did not start with
Oriente.
Sorrente,
Yeah.
and he started to grow his mind, his experiences. So just start somehow, somewhere.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Zilla. I don't think there's any question from our audience. And thank you, Zilla, for coming on my couch for my test episode of the So Creative podcast. It was an honor having you
Thank
here.
you for having me. It's my
Thank you very
first,
much.
first time in a long time on the camera, in front of the camera. I've been doing at the back.
Thank you. Thank you, Zilla. I hope you have a good one.
I hope I do, but people should give me, I'd like some,
So
I
what?
don't know,
That'll be
something.
that'll be the end of this conversation. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.